Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have another sketchbook tour. So this is again is a Moleskine sketchbook, and I started it in November 17 and completed it in February 18. I think it might be a little bit thicker than the last sketchbook. The sticker on the front is from EmilyArts. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to her store below. So let's get started. So on the first page, I wanted to make it stand out more than my last sketchbook did. So I thought I'd cover it in a space theme and then stick a watercolour piece of paper on top and write "shoot for the moon." And then I date stamped it the 8th, because that's when I started it. And as always in my sketchbooks, I set goals. So again, I went with a space theme and set my goals here. They're pretty much the same as my last sketchbook, but I put on this one, study other artists and work on outfits, make more original art and stick some things in. So I felt like I started this sketchbook off really well. Again, space theme. I was really into space and painting galaxies. So I used my Faber-Castell pen for this, and I wrote notes saying, "I feel this is a great start to my new sketchbook. I absolutely love space. It's always fascinated me." Then I put, "I worked on a new technique that I never used, which is pointillism." I think this is the only time I actually used it in this sketchbook. This is also a speed paint on my channel if you want to watch it. It's a paint with me video. I drew this spaceman on a different piece of paper, and then I stuck it on top so he stands out and pops from the page. Then I did another character designing page, and I wanted to design a bear. So I first sketched out the head and then the face, but then I changed it and decided I didn't want him to have a mouth. And then I made him a body and then I decided to paint him in like a forest scene, and I used gouache to paint this, and then I coloured him with watercolour and Prismacolor pencils. Now here I actually drew this tree on a oil pastel piece of paper using oil pastels and stuck it in, and I really liked this quote: "All the leaves are losing their leaves. All the trees are losing their leaves and not one of them is worried." I just thought that was a really nice quote. And then this was some paper I got, and I just decided to stick it on this page. I thought it looked really pretty. Here I thought I'd have a go at sketching out characters and then making them into putting them into a scene on this side. So I wrote a note again saying, "I love Wall-E. It's another favourite Disney film of mine. I had to draw this picture of them together. It just looks really cute." And then I put a quote, "There is no greater wonder in the world than the love we hold for others." So that was very nice. And then I wrote here at the bottom what colours I was going to use, and this is what it turned out like. Now I wanted to make sure I achieved some of my goals that I'd set for myself, and one of them was to draw more outfits. So I put here, okay, so this is another attempt. I don't know why the lights are flickering again. Okay, so this is another attempt at drawing a character with an outfit. I used a blue Col-Erase pencil to mark out possible changes. I don't think it's that bad. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the lights. And I just wrote loads of notes, so it's a reference from Pinterest. You'll see in my last sketchbook tour, if you watched it, that I do use a lot of references from Pinterest. These outfits again are from Pinterest, and I wrote, okay, so I've attempted drawing some outfits and I think they're okay. I did use what have I wrote, Emily? I did used to like textiles, so fashion in school. We didn't do much fashion design though. It is something I'd like to work on. This is Alice, so again I was sketching it out and then drawing it out on this page. So put, really struggled to get the face in the beginning. I actually liked how it turned out. I haven't drawn Alice. I mean, I have drawn Alice several times, and this is one of my favourites. So I used a pink Col-Erase pencil for this, and I drew it on tone tan paper for this, and then stuck it on top. Here again, some more sketches. And then lots of different notes. Now this is the 1 minute drawing challenge. You can actually find this on my YouTube channel. I put, this is the most funniest drawing I've done. Would definitely try this challenge again. You actually have no time whatsoever. I drew the Cookie Monster. Now you'll see a bit further on that I decided to draw just full pieces instead of writing notes. So this is one of them. I used graphite pencil and Winsor Newton black India ink. Here's another one using graphite pencil and black India ink. I've started, you'll see in this sketchbook that I've drawn a lot about how I feel, which is a goal that I wanted to achieve in this sketchbook. This is a character from Up. I used a blue Col-Erase pencil for this. This is a pen sketch of Billie Eilish, in a different style obviously. This is another drawing of how I felt that day. This is a building design that I liked, so I thought, oh, I'd try and draw it. I do love drawing buildings. I find them quite easy to draw. Now, this is where I decided I wanted to do an illustration for each month. So this is the Hello December illustration, and this is it's kind of, well, it's supposed to be a polar bear, which is what I wanted to draw for this because it's winter themed. Another random drawing to do because this is coming up to Christmas time. And then I did some thumbnail sketches, which is what I want to do more of in my next sketchbook. Here I used my blue Col-Erase pencil and did Winnie the Pooh and Mickey and their jolly good friends. Now this is from an artist that I look up to on YouTube. His name is Rodgon. I don't know if you've seen his channel or not. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. His artwork is so inspiring, it's amazing. And I wrote the note here saying, I drew one of Rodgon's original characters using this tutorial, using his tutorial videos on YouTube. And I also wrote, I need to draw more of his characters because they are super fun. I do love them so much. Now, this is a monster I've seen on Pinterest. And I thought he looked so cute, so I thought I'll have a go at drawing him. And then I found this quote, and it says, "I'm going to make everything around me beautiful. That will be my life." And I just thought that's such a lovely quote, so I'll draw it, and that's what the monster's thinking. So I put here, okay, so I haven't been in the mood to draw recently, which is strange. I wouldn't say I'm in art block, but I've managed to force myself to draw today. This isn't the best, but it is a sketchbook, I guess. So I wasn't very happy with this one. Hopefully I'll try to draw every day again. Really don't want to spend 7 months on this one. And I didn't. I did complete this quicker than my previous sketchbook. Another building drawing, and I put a note, think I'm going to do more of these buildings because I really want to use my new micron pens. Yeah, so I did buy some new micron pens, and I just thought I'd try and use them, and I love them. I think they're really cool. This is me trying to sketch from pictures just quickly, not having to really think about it, and I put an important note. I sketched this using a reference from Pinterest. I really liked how it turned out, but for some reason I couldn't get the face right, so this is something I need to work on. Yeah, this is why I decided just to not put any facial expressions. Note, I will breathe, I will think of solutions, I will not let my worry control me. I thought that was a really good quote. Now, this was actually another Sketch With Me video. This is actually from a Christmas card I got from my grandma and granddad. It had the Santa on the front riding a bike, and I thought it was really cool. So I decided to draw a background and add my own spin on it, I guess. This is a snowman that I drew because we're coming really close to Christmas time, so I thought, why not? These are hand sketches again. I think I actually sketched them in pencil, yeah, and went over them with in Bic pen. And I put, okay, so this is my third attempt at drawing hands. Still needs a lot of work. I don't understand why they are so difficult to draw, but I will get better at it, and probably need to break down the structure of them. Yeah, hands are really difficult to draw. This is another sketch. I'm finally getting back into drawing again. My YouTube channel is also nearly at 300 subs, which is so exciting. That was back in December. So I used my blue col erase pencil, and I did write that I actually really like this drawing. I think it turned out really cool. Then I decided to draw some eyes. I just love drawing eyes. I find that they're one of the easiest things to draw, because I do draw a lot of portrait drawings, and I used to draw eyes before I started doing portraits because I wanted to get them perfect. So eyes are the one thing I can draw without reference now. This is a great achievement. I just love drawing them. Always remember it's like, always remember it's like a lemon. Yeah. Now I wanted to draw some Christmas characters and thought, how would I make them look more interesting? So I thought, oh, I'll put them inside a bauble and have them hang as from the page. So I did a cute little reindeer. I think this is my favourite one actually, the reindeer. And then I did a little penguin. Some more sketches. I love this sketch, the proportions, the facial expression, everything. I did really like this one. I thought it was pretty cool. Need to make this into a finished piece. I might actually make it into a digital piece, I think. Note, it's Christmas Eve and why on earth haven't I made some Christmas art? I don't know. But I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be a good day. So actually I drew, this is Sleeping Beauty I think, yeah. And I wrote lots of notes around the side. Here, it's a beautiful thing when a career and passion come together. I thought that was a really good quote. Handle with care, your soul, so like your soul's in a bottle and it's labelled handle with care. I really want to make more ink illustrations like this, they are so cool. Yeah, I do really need to try and draw more in ink, just black and white. So I wanted to draw something winter themed again, so I drew a really dodgy lantern. Yeah, I feel like I could have drawn this a lot better, but hey ho. Some more buildings. I love how this turned out. Use my micron pens, definitely going to draw a lot more buildings. Drew this from a picture on Pinterest. In the future I would like to add watercolour to them. Yeah, I think adding a pop of colour will bring them to life. A sketch from Pinterest and a quote saying, "I'm not weird, I am limited edition." I just thought that quote was funny. And then goodbye 2017. So that was my last drawing of 2017. And then we get to January. So this is my monthly illustration again. And I thought, oh, I'll draw a fox slightly in a cave, I guess, with like a light in the middle. And I actually did this one on watercolour paper and then I stuck it in. Some more sketches in my blue Col-Erase pencil. I actually like this sketch. What did I write? I put really struggled to draw today, so I thought I would make a bunch of thumbnails. Looking into different styles of drawing, still haven't found mine yet, maybe by the end of 2018. Yeah, see, I really actually want to find my style. I feel like I've got it in realism, you know, in portraits, but I want to do more of like cartoon styles, so I wanted to try and find a style that works for me. And I also put, really need to try and sketch without worrying about how it turns out. Definitely. So that struggle of not being able to draw carried on, and I was like, what am I going to draw? I was actually just staring at a blank page, and I was actually listening to Proximity, which is a music channel on YouTube. They've got some great tunes on there, and I thought, oh, I'll draw their logo, so that's what I did. Then, still struggling to draw, so I printed some digital art out and then stuck it in my sketchbook, and I thought I would try some digital art, and it's a lot harder than I thought. Really need to learn about it and practice some techniques. Hopefully in my next sketchbook I will see a massive improvement. This one above, Enchanted Encounter, is one of my favourites. Yeah, I do love this digital piece. It's one of my favourites. So turn the page again. Note, I'm going through major art block. Honestly, it's the worst. Not being able to come up with creative new ideas, or everything you produce turns out to be absolute shit. Sorry for the language. Art block, and then I put an important note. When going through art block, don't give up, keep drawing. I think that's a good note to read. Again, made some digital arts, printed it out and then stuck it in. I made some more digital art and printed it on my glossy photo paper. I think it turned out great. I think I'm getting some inspiration back after a couple of days of art block. So I did draw this on the 5th, yeah, and then this is from the 7th. Now, this was great. I love how this turned out. I was actually really proud of it. It's actually a speed paint on my channel if you want to watch it. Paint with me, Galaxy Deer. I used my Winsor Newton watercolours and then my black Faber-Castell bold pen to colour the deer in. I do love silhouettes, and then, you know, nice pretty backgrounds. I think it's really cool. And then I thought, oh, I'll draw some animal concept pages. So I thought, oh, I'll draw a deer so it like goes with this page. Note, listening to Vampire Weekend as I do this page. If you don't know who they are, check them out, they're a cool band. This is another sketch of, is it Anna? The fun characters from Frozen. And then I put this quote, "So thankful for all the dreams I don't have to close my eyes to see anymore." I think this is a really good quote to work towards, I guess. Here, I wasn't feeling very good this day, so I decided to draw how I feel, and I did feel better after I'd drawn this picture. Yep. Some more character designs. Looking back, I actually don't think I like this anymore, even though I did write, oh wait, what did I put? Okay, so I'm feeling a little better today. I've finally come up with a character design that I love. It's, yeah. I need to do more character design pages. Again, some cartoon eyes. Wanted to work on some cartoon eyes again. This is because I want to get into designing original characters in this style. So I thought this would help me to refer back to. These are some starting points for faces. So for a straight face, be drawn like this, 3/4 view, looking up, side view and looking down. So again, something I can refer to when I am drawing. Now this is a galaxy painting I did when I was filming my 5 ways to fill a sketchbook. This picture is from Google, I think. I just really liked the effect that the moon shape in the background has with the black silhouette of the tree. This is another character, I guess, carrying a balloon heart, which is her heart. She's looking after it. Now, this was inspired by an artist on YouTube. I can't remember her name. I can't remember it, but I'll have to find it and leave it in a link in the description. I was watching one of her sketchbook tours and I could see that she'd filled the whole page, and it just looked so effective, so I thought I'll try it. So I just drew a character in like outside a shop, I'm guessing. A dope shop. Well, you know, cool, I mean. Here I drew NF in like a different style, and I wrote a note saying, okay, so I'm taking a break from my Insta because I'm basing my worth on likes and follows. I'm currently in a slump. This feels different, but listening to NF is getting me through it. I'll get out of it. Then I can't read my own writing. Better me, is it? I don't know. I've got bad handwriting. Now I think this is Gus from Cinderella. I can't be too sure. I thought I'd draw him. And then it was, this was inspired by Happy Winnie the Pooh Day, so I thought, why not draw Winnie the Pooh? And this is where I started to use blue round Bic pens. The lights are flickering again. because I've seen Rodgon draw using these materials and I thought, oh, I'm going to try it. And I think it turned out cool. Again, Bic pen. Okay, so I'm starting to use Bic blue pens. Not sure how I feel about them yet. Again, working on this character. Okay, so this didn't turn out how I wanted. Honestly, I'm not lifting this sticky note off because it's not a very good sketch. Here, another drawing about how I was feeling, and I came up with this monster. And I wrote here, meet my monster. I haven't got a name for it yet. However, it will feature in my future sketchbooks. It feels like a relief to put some imagery to a feeling I have. I feel a little embarrassed sharing this type of art, deep or depressing, whatever you want to call it. However, art is a form of therapy for me, and if drawing things a little dark helps me, then why not? Very self-explanatory. Okay, so I think I need to improve on drawing bodies. I also think I love this style of drawing. Don't get me wrong, I love realism, but I feel this can convey stories better. So I was trying to find a new character, I'm not sure. Now this is from Rodgon again. Okay, here I tried out Rodgon's tutorial on how to make cute looking characters. It really helped, though I still need to practice a little more. Though I do know that in my next sketchbook I will... That don't make no sense, Emily, but I'm probably meant to say it will be a big improvement. P.S. Found a new band. Can't pronounce it, but that's what it says. Listen to them, they're really cool, if you get a chance. Now this is a paint with me video of an elephant. I actually think I ruined it, if I'm being honest. I wasn't drawing from reference, which is probably why it isn't as great as what I wanted it to be. Moving on, I did another sketch and I put, I love this character design, we'll definitely make this into a finished piece. So I wanted to draw a male character, I guess, because I never draw males. I just find them really difficult to draw. Finally drew a boy. Feel a little more motivated today. Really need to find a style and stick to it. Okay, so this is another drawing of how I feel again, but it's not me, it's just a different character. And then this page, well, yeah. I'm just gonna move on. Then I decided to draw Mickey and put what's next, because he's thinking, what's next? Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? And I decided that I wanted to draw more using big blue pens. And actually this that I've shaded it in with is a... Okay, so my phone just died, so now I'm gonna have to start again. But as I was saying, this is just filled in with a Winsor Newton Pro Marker pen. This is Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a show I used to watch when I was younger. This is another drawing of a character from Frozen. I can't quite remember, I think it's Anna. And the facial expression just reminded me that the future scares me. This is another sketch from Disney's Paperman. I think you can find the illustration on, the movie on YouTube, I think. Now I really wanted to do a full page again because I haven't done many of those, so I thought I'd draw a bear in a forest with a heart balloon and a little character in the tree. Again, I used a blue Bic pen, and then with my blue col erase I just shaded in the trees. Now if you did watch my last sketchbook tour, you'll know that I designed a robot. Still haven't come up with a name for him. But I wanted to draw him again, and this time he's discovering a flower. And I loved it that much that I wanted to make it into an actual painting, so this is what it turned out like, and I absolutely love it. I felt like the background turned out great. I think it's one of the best galaxies I've painted. This is another illustration. Keep calm and listen to NF, which is what I was doing when I was drawing this. I haven't done many quotes in this sketchbook, so I thought I'd put one in. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. This is just a watercolour background that I did. I thought I'd draw Minnie. Just Minnie, nothing else. Just a blank page with Minnie. I don't know if you've seen Simon's cat. If you haven't, search it in YouTube. It's such a great animation of this cat. This just always gets into trouble, and I thought I'm going to try and draw him in a scenario. This is another monthly illustration, so we're getting to February now, and I want us to draw a girl silhouette with a heart balloon, because February, well, it reminds you of hearts because it's nearly Valentine's Day, I guess. So I painted this on watercolour paper and then I stuck it in my sketchbook. Then I tried to draw again, but it didn't really work. An important note, okay, so anatomy is something I need to practice in the future. Also proportions and facial features. This style is really difficult, you know, the cartoon style. I'm not very good at it, so that's something I need to practice. Then I do a stick person saying, "What's my purpose?" I don't know. Now, this is one of my favourite pages in my sketchbook. I drew Rodgon's character Archie and my monster. It was just an idea that popped into my head and I thought I'm just gonna see what it turns out like, and I actually really like it. It's one of my favourite pages in this book. Then I drew on tone tan paper and stuck it in. I've actually got a whole sketchbook that is tone tan, but I never really used it. So I put a note saying, okay, I need to draw more on this paper. I think I could create some cool artwork, especially because the white Prismacolor pencil stands out. So you might see a lot more of this tone tan paper in future. Then I wanted to end how I started this sketchbook, so 2 pages that make one piece, and I just wanted to finish it with a galaxy, I guess, because I started it with one. And as always in my sketchbooks, I like to write a reflection. So we've actually come to the end. I think this video is a lot longer than my previous sketchbook tour. So finished sketchbook, 2nd of Feb 18, sketchbook reflection. I love completing sketchbooks. It feels like such an accomplishment. Okay, so I feel I completed a few of my goals which I set in the beginning. I've also found a love for blue pens. Haha. I'm glad I managed to stick things in, as I feel it adds more interest to the sketchbook. For my next sketchbook, I'm going to switch it up and change. Great job, Em, super proud. So what I mean by change is just change the sketchbook so it's not a Moleskine anymore. Maybe try a different size, maybe smaller or bigger. yeah, and that's it. So I just want to thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment below what you think, and yeah, it shouldn't be very long till I finish another one. I know these videos are more interesting than some, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.